6 o'clock. Uh, so you want to discuss the chairs? I have no problem with them.
If she wants them, I guess let her have them. I mean, as long as, doesn't involve tons of extracurricular from
Yeah,
the staff,
I move that we let her use her if she wants to.
Mm.
You can also, offer to let her know about the chairs.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you have a point of contact for her?
For Arthur, yeah, I do. I can tell you his number.
Maybe he'll rent them out to her.
Maybe, but he was just, they just sit there, so.
Yeah.
Who cares if they come back? They only use them for summer events and things like that, and you can shrine them like that.
He's still involved with shrine.
As far as I know, as of 2 years ago, we had a whole trailer full of tables and chairs.
Yeah. I think he is.
Yeah. I think we're open to
Well,
that.
second year. That complaint we got from about junk cars at 508 Deep Walker Trail. I've gone by there and you can barely see, just right down the road. There's some cars up in there, but you can't see anything.
Robert actually has the wrong number.
That's big. There is, looks like junk cars, but you can't tell how many, the trees are in the way. It could be, yeah. But the number's right on the mailbox.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I should have it right.
I'm just kind of wondering if there's a neighbor that was had an argument with him or something, trying to get some cover.
Yeah.
It's hard to know because the envelope was anonymous.
Yeah, it wasn't signed, no address, so.
Just make note that we investigated and didn't find what they were mentioned.
Yeah. Reminders, we get senior luncheon tomorrow. Good time. And time board on Thursday. I may not be able to make Thursday's meeting. Jennifer's got a doctor's appointment at 4:30, so I don't know. Getting the mammogram done, so I don't know what time we get out of there. If I get up in time, I'll
Understandable.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it when you do come, Jim.
Yeah. Keeps me up to date with everything going on.
Thank you.
Mary, you got anything?
I don't. Thank you for asking.
Joe?
Yes, a continuation of the conversation we just had with you and I just had, and about this.
Yeah.
Could you tell me what's going on with code enforcement?
We still haven't picked anybody yet.
Well, do we have any?
Yes.
How many do we have? I know nothing.
Yeah.
Because I'm such an intimidating guy, I was told not to talk to.
We still have both.
Watch out for me, Dave.
I'm really scared, Joe. Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
We still have both.
Yeah. Yeah, we have that, and the other APA guy we were talking about earlier, the guy actually had a plumbing background, so he had to assimilate him maybe, but we haven't called him back to see if he's still interested. We were going back and forth with the new guy.
The guy we're supposed to meet today.
Yeah, the guy was supposed to meet today, but I feel I would just scratch that one off the list. But I don't know, that was actually one of my things to talk about too. I would like to call that guy maybe and see if he's interested in it. It'd be a little more, if he, if his job won't let him fulfill the duties, but if you guys don't agree, I'd just soon go with the kid, I don't care. So we do need to get somebody in place.
See, to process this, we're required to have a code enforcement officer at all meetings. And
can you point that out in the ordinance?
Yeah, I will.
Okay, good, because we would like to be able to point that out to our current code enforcement enforcement officer.
Sure. I found it in the subdivision ordinance. Norm tells me it's in the regular, part of the normal, part of the, but I couldn't find it there, but I did find it in the subdivision ordinance. So I'll look again.
Yep.
And shoot you an email.
So if anything to do with subdivision, he's supposed to be there.
At every single meeting, not just the one they pick and choose. They've already missed 2 subdivision meetings about this subdivision.
Oh, okay.
And I say this remembering that the first subdivision we went through, we hired Southern Maine Regional Planning to sit in with us because they're complicated. I'm not a guy who's memorized codes or ordinances.
Right.
You know, that's not my thing. You want me to make a little charm bracelet of the subdivision, I'll do that. Really better than anybody else in town, probably. But no, we'd like to have help.
So that's the one on Pittsburgh Road?
Yep.
Okay.
It's important.
Yeah.
Yeah, come up with the wordage for that so we can, make somebody, have somebody there for you or something,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
I know you said before about subdivision, if you're gonna be talking about subdivision, they have to be there, so.
And that's because I know we are just planning board, we're just citizen people looking to say, yeah, that conforms with, but we'd like to have somebody else, to help point us at what it conforms with.
Right.
That's what I came today planning to talk about. And this sort of thing is an example of, it's not healthy to have the planning board and the code enforcement officers not talking to each other.
Right.
That's not healthy for the town.
So you'll be discussing that this coming Thursday?
I don't know. I will get in touch with this guy and say, yep, we got, this is what we got from you. And when would you like to come in and talk to us? If you want to come in Thursday, come in Thursday. If you want to come in, the next meeting, that's fine with us.
Yeah. If you want to contact Robin, when you know for sure that you're gonna be, maybe she contact Mike, say, can we be there tonight, that next meeting to help discuss it?
So how much do I trust Mike?
I know you don't.
I mean, just put it right there on the table.
Yeah.
If you want me to trust Mike, we ought to get together once or twice or 3 times before we have to do our act in public. I mean, to me, that makes sense. I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
Well, dig out in the ordinance, dig out the words so that we can.
Okay, do we have a subdivision ordinance in here?
I think there's a copy of it.
And I'll do it before I leave tonight.
I mean, it seems to me, okay, let's look at it this way. You say that, you need the expertise there, but say we're in a position where we didn't have an expert and we were hiring this new kid and he knows nothing about it, how does that benefit? Now, he can be there, but it doesn't really help you out thinking on it yet because he's not trained enough to know.
That would be a bad hire.
You can't find anybody experienced.
You've got to take into account that whoever we hire is going to be new trainee.
Yeah. It's not like a waiting list for code enforcement officers.
Yeah. Kind of thing after. Oh, okay.
No, I get it,
Yeah.
but at least we'd have somebody who's working on it between meetings.
Yeah. Trying to learn, but that's what I mean. I mean, somebody like that wouldn't be able to give you the insight on a big ordinance like that.
Maybe not sitting there right at the table, but,
Right.
it gives us somebody to talk to who's going to sit there and read the ordinance. Another person who's, I hope you would hire somebody with the expertise of being able to read ordinances.
That's one of the prerequisites, yeah, reading and writing, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so,
Reading.
so I mean, it's a matter of, you know, having another person there, who's got the expertise
I think Dale's
and the
point is,
time.
we're not gonna hire somebody who's an expert in, code.
Right.
He's
He's gonna be coming right off the green.
Green.
He's gonna have to start right from ground zero.
yeah,
Just like Don Kemp, essentially.
So,
Yeah, but Don had life experience and building and so forth, he knew basically how things went, so he did have experience. And this kid doesn't sound like he's got any at all.
He, actually, Don had experience doing that work in Massachusetts.
Oh, okay.
But not ordinance and all of that.
Dale said, they're not beating down the door to apply either. You gotta.
I hear that.
We're gone shot.
Oh, you're right.
He's never gotten back to us for a meeting, so,
the,
you know,
so when we get back to the CEO though, we had the gentleman who, I don't remember his name, who applied earlier and we talked to him. And then we got this other gentleman who we talked to, when we were hiring Mike, right?
When we was going for a training, like, at the same time with Kathy and him.
Yeah, so this person that we're gonna hire, we're gonna get a Mike replacement at some point.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I feel both of them had the intelligence level to carry out the task, it would just be a matter of learning it.
And then at some point, we're going to need to have a backup. So what we were aiming for was a primary and a backup, right?
right,
So I would say, just hire one of them, get them going.
yeah, the first, I call him a kid. One who owns the oil company.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah,
Would you be interested,
And then the other guys that does a backup.
right,
yep.
So you don't have a subdivision ordinance in this book that I can find.
Okay, so,
Doesn't mean it's not here.
Yeah, and then just say like the backup where he has some LPI experience, and he could do them certifications, cause, I mean, between that and just the land use, that's really all we got. You know, plumbing, which,
so one of them, you know, has the plumbing experience down, so that's a part, you know, that they could bring to the table too, but.
he just needs to get certified by the state.
Yeah,
which was his, I mean, I thought he was like, maybe not masters yet, but I thought he was well on his way, so that must knock out some of the training, you
And
know,
he
thing.
may not even be
Right.
interested at this point, you know, because that was a while back, but,
Right,
and
exactly,
it's been a while since the interview with the other one.
yeah, 2 or 3 months, 3 or 4,
Right, so they're, they might both be in complete different places at this point,
Mhm.
we were waiting on
Mhm.
the other gentleman. And Hiram is also looking for, is it Hiram or is it Porter? One of them,
Hiram,
yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know that we, offer the gentleman who was the oil company,
yeah, Kyle is his name, right?
Kyle, yeah,
and, get him going,
I'm second,
if he's still interested.
I'm second.
And then we can call the other gentleman in and see if he wants to start on the LPI
Mm-hmm.
right away.
All in favor?
I mean, we just don't want to drag it out any longer.
No, it's been, yeah. Yeah, very good video. Anything else, Cheryl?
no,
Okay, I think I was at you.
thank you.
Kathy?
Yeah,
No,
Okay,
You got your new stickers.
they ain't come in yet,
Yes, they're right on Debbie's desk.
they are.
Joe.
We do have an art show right now at the library. It'll be up through Memorial Day, so there'll be something more to look at in the library.
Yeah.
We'll have a nice display for the memorial service, but a little additional stuff. It's watercolors by the Marys.
Marys.
Haley, Goldie, and Renault.
Oh.
And a lot of history, a lot of like pictures from inside that were done into watercolor, and little blurbs on who was involved in it, and what they're doing with it now.
Yeah.
Well, we moved it, and it was over, we had it over the cinema building, and
Oh.
Kathy was ever so kind, to let us move it over here, cause, you know, we just for like 2 days.
Oh, yeah.
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 Wonderful, we're thrilled, we had a lot of fun setting it up yesterday.
Probably would draw more people into the library too.
That's what we're hoping.
Yeah.
Yeah, and plus for Memorial Day, it'll be there too.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
We don't have the storm for the weekend, do we?
No, I don't think,
Oh, good.
I think it's gonna clear off like Saturday or Sunday, something like that.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
This has been the coldest, wettest spring
Yeah, I know.
I can remember.
Yeah.
Boy, I mean, I probably say that every year.
You know where all the nice weather is? It's over Iceland.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's a high over there that's blocking the normal
Oh.
weather pattern.
Ben, gonna ask Emily for a meeting, San Juan meeting sometime. I talked to him the other day about it. Rob, you got anything?
Just the remembrances in the Spirit of America, the deadline for that is June 30th. So if you wanted to review the list of the, people that passed and, choose a few, I can say that Michael Toomey, was associated with the Santon Beach Committee.
Yeah.
These are the remembrances. Yeah.
And then Marvin Reinhardt. And as far as younger people, you've got, Jody and Melissa Walker.
You said this was Spirit of America?
No, those are for the
Remember.
remembrances.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they don't have to pass the Spirit of America.
We, try to, in times past, from what Debbie has, said, is we try to, in terms of the remembrances, choose people that have had involvement with, the town. But this year, on the list, it looks like Michael Toomey is the only one.
Yeah.
Of people that have passed, that, there's 17. And, a reminder also, names will, as far as the town report, the number of the deceased is the only thing that will be, noted in the town report, not names, because of, the state rules with, vital records. We're not supposed to list them. So,
Missy Walker was a post office master for quite a while.
okay. I didn't know if she had assisted with the artillery at some point where.
She did.
Must be way back when my grandmother was.
Right. Yeah, she's still in the forces.
So this is just something that's gonna be decided before we put out the town report, right?
Right, yeah, so we've got a little bit of time on that, but the Spirit of America, we have to out to the recipient, for information gathering, so that we don't inadvertently omit any of the achievements and, but,
Yeah.
yeah.
And when, like the reports from the auxiliary, when's that gonna be in by?
The end of June,
End of June.
yeah.
I forgot about it. I've been
But-
taking notes all year.
So the sooner the better.
Yeah. I got your email too, right? You got anything? Dale?
A couple little things, just an update on the chimney, I talked to him, he called me today, he's gonna come over and set up. He doesn't like to climb ladders, so he's gonna set up staging to get up on the roof, so he's gonna accomplish that tomorrow, hopefully, if not the next day, and, he doesn't mind slamming it out on the weekend, he's busier than all of
Yeah.
the rest of us, but, I told him I didn't think it mattered if he shut the heat down for a couple days.
No, probably.
So, yeah, you should be able to get to it relatively soon.
Yep.
Week or two.
Good.
And what I emailed you, I texted you about, Robin, is that part of what the executive session
Yes,
is about?
it is, yep, it sure is, yep.
That's it.
Okay. Well, I don't have anything. And executive session, I move the select board go into executive session pursuant to one MRSA section 405. E. Consolidation with legal counsel.
Second.
All in favor?
How did we do with the,
It was,